Wanda's Adventures with Music. Wanda and the Magic Tube. It seemed like they'd been in the office for ages. Wanda had drawn almost everything she could imagine. She'd used all the sticky notes and pieces of paper she could find. She went through all the books, even those that weren't for children and didn't have any pictures. She made a little man out of a paperclip and a maze out of erasers. She was so bored. "Mummy, can I go and have a look around the school?" Her mum looked at her with empathy and sighed. "Okay, you can go. But be careful you don't run into Ladybird. Remember what she said at the gate." She winked at her daughter. Wanda stormed out of the room and then, all of a sudden, slowed down. She'd never been at the school on a Saturday before. It was so deserted. There was no one there. Complete silence. She was even considering turning back when she heard something. Was it Ladybird? Phew, no, it wasn't her. This was music, and it was coming from behind one of the first doors along the corridor. The little girl tiptoed closer and looked through the keyhole. But she leaned a little too much on the door, and it closed with a loud click. Wanda jumped back, scared. When she looked up, she saw a face with dark, curly hair. It was an older girl, holding a golden tube. Behind the girl, Wanda could see a huge grand piano with a pretty lady looking out curiously from behind it. The piano was so large that it was hard to believe it could have squeezed into that tiny space. "What are you doing here?" asked the girl. "What's that?" said Wanda, pointing at the tube and clearly ignoring the question. "This is a flute." "No, it isn't. I have a flute at home and it looks completely different. It's pink and it has holes, not buttons like yours." "You have a toy flute," said the older girl grumpily. "And the one you have at home," said the pretty lady softly as she came around from behind the piano, "is called a recorder. It's a type of flute. A long time ago, most flutes looked like that. Our ancestors made them out of animal bones. Did you know that? For example, out of swan or bear bones. And after that, they used wood and..." "Gross! Animal bones?" Wanda frowned. "You must be Wanda, Paulina's daughter. My name is Olga, and I'm helping Magda practice for her exam." Wanda had no idea what an exam was. It didn't sound like much fun, she thought, so she asked about it. "What's an exam?" "It's a sort of mini concert where Magda will present all she's learned to play during the whole year to the teachers." "And you?" Wanda was curious and wanted to know. "I'll be accompanying her on the piano, so she doesn't feel lonely," said Olga with a friendly smile. "Oh, is your flute made of bones too?" Wanda turned to the flutist now. "No, this is made of metal. It's a modern flute," said Magda, who was much calmer now. "Do you want to see how I play?" "Yeah, sure. We're practicing a really nice lullaby right now. Just don't fall asleep, okay?" Wanda squatted down in the corner of the room. Olga and Magda looked at each other, breathed in together, and